This is happiness, to be everything at once. Be unblinded, be unlearned, be unbridled and unburned.
Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new episode of the Mood Prep. We're going to go through some bit of Jungian stuff. Old mate Carl Jung is going to show up today, as well as some self-actualization stuff. So what I want to speak to today is kind of talking through this idea of those of us that may get stuck in like this meaning structure, what we're going to refer to as fluffland, and maybe staying in the fields and have all these goals and ideas and feel bad about not pursuing them. And those of us that are more so just performance based, like fucking get things done, go, and we are in more of our performance energy, so to speak. I'm going to call them something different in a moment, but that's what we're going to sort of look at. And so what we're going to really pay attention to here is being able to actually align both of those. So if we're going to look at it from an archetypal Jungian perspective, we start to see, and I'm going to use the male archetypes here: king, warrior, magician, lover. The female archetypes being queen, mother, wise woman, lover. Right now, the beautiful thing here, looking at the lover and the warrior. So the lover is going to be the person who's empathetical, they're compassionate, they're obviously loving, they have all this emotional warmth and energy about that, right? And that's often where our poetry and all this sort of art will come from. Whereas the warrior isn't in the being space, such as or the emoting space, such as the lover. The warrior is in the doing space, so they're the warrior energy. So you have the lover energy and the warrior energy, and the warrior is the type of person that just fucking gets shit done. Even if they don't even know why they're doing it, you give them something to do and they'll just fucking do it, hey. And it's just this warrior energy. They're just in this do, almost like emotions get in the way. And so in today's society, the dreamers, often seen as the lovers in this example, are often given a bad rap, whereas the doers are like, fucking give something to them, that person's going to go far in life and so forth. But what's true is that it's when it's a marriage, it's an amalgamation of both. That's when we actually really do live our purpose. It's when we really do live through our meaning, because we're not just in our heads and in our hearts living, we're actually doing it. We're in our bodies, and we're making a physical manifestation of what's true for us inside. And when those things are aligned, that's when we can truly live in this space that's quite beautiful, and we can start to move towards our potential, hence self-actualization, because you're actualizing yourself. So talking about the self-actualization, there's an axis, and I've spoken to it before. It looks at, on one side, it's the meaning, and on the other axis is performance, right? And if we're all performance but low meaning, then that's where we can become compulsive workaholics. That's where this sort of like our doers, our warrior energy, when we just do, but without true meaning, next thing we know, we're 30, 35, 40 or older, and we're like, I fucking hate this. Like, I've been successful in it, but have I really been successful? Have I really been able to live what's true for me? So, that's the question where, sure, you've been successful in an area of your life, but overarching, overall, have you been successful? And if we're too proud, we're going to say, well, yes. When in reality, the answer might be no. Whereas when we go the other side, and we start to become the dreamers, and we live so much in this meaning semantic space, then we just, and low performance, we live in what's called fluffland, because we're so far in our head and our hearts that we're no longer living in the real world, we're living in our head, we're living in our hearts. And that's often where this lover energy can be. But when these meet, when our lover energy and our warrior energy, when the meaning and when the performance meet, that's when we truly start to access what's true for us. We no longer worry about what other people are thinking of us, because we're so true to what's coming through us and what we feel is worthy for us to actually show up as, rather than being concerned about how we are seen by other people, rather than putting our hat on somebody else's potential idea of what they think we're worth. All of this associated. And so for a lot of us out there, it's moving from our warrior energy to being compassionate firstly to ourselves, and then of course to other people, rather than just being cutthroat and doing. Like that's really limiting the human experience. And when we sit on the other side, more in the meaning, more in the lover energy. It's being able to step into the doing. It's being able to integrate this warrior energy to be able to move towards what we truly believe is ours. What we truly believe is, once again, true for us. Our true north, if you want to call it something, right? And so the beautiful thing is that every single human being falls somewhere along this continuum. And at any point in time, you may float between. And a healthy version of you might find that you're able to find this healthy balance. Whereas maybe under stress, you'll go to wherever your default is. Under stress, you'll just go to work. Train. And then before you know it, you're breaking down or you're starting to get sick, and it's because you're not living true to what's purposeful for you. You're just doing for the sake of fucking doing. And then the flip of that, the person that sits in this sort of like under stress and they go to this being energy, they go to just being in their heads and being in their hearts and creating meaning about all these things without actually really moving towards them, almost falling victim to this idea of like, why doesn't something give me a chance? Like, why can't they see that I'm worthy? When really what they're saying is, why can't I see that I'm worthy? Why can't I see that I'm good enough? And then action will allow that person to move towards and prove that, but they didn't need to prove it. Like, even looking at the word improve is I prove. Prove what? What are we proving here? That you need to be good at something to be worthy of love? And who told you that? Because that person probably needs to hear a message, hey, because that you taking that on is what's also causing you not to get love. And so it's a really interesting paradox for all of us. But when we can step back and really see this integration, this amalgamation, this healthy relationship between being and doing, we allow ourselves to continually be in the moment and be true to what's true for us. And we've seen people fucking work their ass off for shit they fucking hate. And you're like, this is your one life. One fucking life. And the ability to sit there and do shit you hate for people you don't like, or maybe to impress people you don't even like, or you know they don't even like you. They don't give a fuck about you. Maybe it's to do with the past. It's no longer here. To prove someone wrong is to live in the past. Do you understand that? I see this thing and it'll be like the best motivation is proving somebody wrong. It's like, no. The best motivation is not caring. The best revenge is not fucking playing their game. Because sometimes there's people that have proved people wrong. And in the process, they've proved themselves wrong as well because they pursued something that wasn't true for them, that wasn't right for them. And they succeeded at it, but they lost themselves in the process. They lost years of their life trying to prove someone wrong from when they were 14. And they're lost. And so the powerful thing here is being able to stop. And at any fucking point in our life, we can do this. We can stop and go, what's truly important to us? And if we give ourselves permission, we can start to pursue that day by day, right? Fucking minute by minute. And start to become aware, and literally be able to step out and see ourselves either procrastinating or just... Sometimes we procrastinate by doing. Sometimes we procrastinate on what's fucking really important for us in our heart and our soul just by doing shit, by working a job that we don't fucking like. Well, that's fine. It's okay. Because we know what's worse than hating a job is not minding it. Especially for those people that's high performance. High performance, low meaning. If you don't mind your job, you just keep doing it. You just keep doing it. You're just living in this fucking fluff land, but you hide it under performance. It's the same as training, right? But we're not fooling anyone but ourselves. All of us. And we have an opportunity every single moment to recognize that and to make a distinction and to move in a different direction that's going to be more true to who we are, to what's important to me, without caring about what other people are going to think. And in that space lives our future. It lives our destiny. In that space lives everything. And in the other space is a void. It's where we go to avoid everything else that's important to us. And on that note, team, I'm out. Thank you very much for tuning in. And if you found the podcast beneficial, it would mean the world to me if you'd pass it on to someone else that you think would also find it beneficial. If you haven't already, then search Mood Prep online on Facebook. Join the conversation there. I've got a couple of Q&As coming up in there. I'd love to have you in there and have your input. Otherwise, team, I'm out. You know the deal. Until tomorrow, peace and pizza. Kick today in the dick and slay the dragon. I'll see you soon.
To be everything at once, be unblinded, be unlearned, be unbright.